Welcome in, everybody. I'm Dave Siseski alongside Becky Bannis one more time here tonight into the Ian Smith Gymnasium for the OCTV broadcast tonight as the Oxford Wildcats go up against the Stoney Creek Cougars in a matchup. The last home game before Oxford hits the road, Becky, for 3 on the road in the OAA White.
Yep, absolutely. And even though we're doing great in the white, you never know what's going to happen on the road.
You never know what's going to happen. Tonight's records, 11-0, obviously flawless at home. On the road for Stoney Creek, 6-4. So should be a big spot. Anything can happen on the court, but Oxford set up to hopefully get win number 12. Catch all the action coming your way next.
Gentlemen, and welcome to the Ian Smith Gymnasium on the campus of Oxford High School for tonight's OAA boys basketball game between the visiting Cougars of Stoney Creek High School and your hometown Oxford Wildcats. Before we meet tonight's lineup, we ask that you stand and gentlemen remove your hats as we bring out into America with the playing of our national anthem. And now, let's begin tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Cougars at Stoney Creek High School. Number 10, a junior, Joey Miller. Number 23, a senior, Joey Sula. Number 30, a sophomore, Rosie Telegatis. Number 32, a junior, KJ Schuster. And number 33, a senior, Spencer Beckman. The Cougars are coached by Jeffrey Olin. And now your hometown Oxford Wildcats. Number 1, a senior, Luke Stockler. Number 3, a senior, Drew Haley. Number 4, a senior, Chip Champagne. Number 5, a senior, Nolan Hauser. And number 22, a junior, Vernon Ellie. Wildcats are coached by Joe Federenci. Your officials for tonight's contest are Rick Anderson, Rick Johnson, and Mark Luigi. Please give these gentlemen your ultimate respect and administering this contest. Good luck, boys, and enjoy the game.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome into the Ian Smith Gymnasium. David Siseski alongside my partner, Becky Bannis. Listen, this is an Oxford basketball team, Becky, that has been electric. 11-0 on the season, a chance to go 12-0 before they hit the road for 3. You like their chances tonight?
Oh, I do too. Absolutely.
They're going to play a Stoney Creek Cougars squad who comes in tonight at 6-4, so above 500. However, I don't think they've seen a team like this all year long. The Cougars take possession first. A lot of storylines here tonight. We'll get those to you during timeouts, but a couple players to watch out for. Champagne and Elling both had over 20 points last game, and you know that's just what they do. They shoot good from the outside. They play good defense.
Yep.
Pass goes down low, and just like that, off the high glass. Stoney Creek is on the board first at 2-0. There's Brennan Elling. There's a deep shot. And like we said, hey,
there it is.
I'm going to go play the lottery because he's making me look like a smart guy.
Yes,
but
he is.
Listen, stats don't lie, Becky. He can shoot.
That's right.
Oxford takes that 3-2 lead early on in this game.
Yeah, Brennan's going to have his work cut out for him down there, guard number 33, but I know he can do it.
And here they go. Katie passes it over to Stoffen. Stoffen runs that point. Katie goes to the corner. That's Mauser just a little bit offline, and here come the Cougars down court.
Defense talking to each other all the way down. I love it. Good job. Excellent.
And listen, that's just what they do. They've scored 62.5 a game. They only give up 39 points a game. That is well and far beyond the best in the white division this year. But, you have a 20-point differential on offense and defense, you're going to be successful. So,
for sure.
There's a corner pass from Elling, and it's turned away, and it bounces over to the Cougars, and Cougars got some numbers coming back the other way, but Oxford doing a good job getting back on defense.
Yep, great hustle on defense to get back.
Joey Zurab passes it down low. Big body down there. Off the glass and up and in. That's the second make already by Spencer Beckman. And I tell you what, a lot of control using that body and putting it off glass. His second bucket today.
Yep, absolutely. That's going to be somebody that they might have a little bit of trouble with, but I see already they double teamed him. They know. I'm sure they did their homework. They already know they're going to have to probably double team him down there underneath.
I mean, he's built like a football player, really.
Yes.
Solid young man down there. And
yes.
Caused some trouble. The free throw does not go in, but Stoney Creek does take the 4-3 lead. Stoffen bringing it up. Going over to Elling in the corner. That's his shot, but it's going to be an offensive foul on a moving screen. It looks like it might have been. Actually, I think a foul on the floor. So not a shooting foul. They put it on Beckman, which works well for Oxford. You want to get that big guy in foul trouble.
Yes, for sure.
And Oxford will retain possession. There's Elling. Over to Mauser. Over to Katie. Back to Stoffen. Stoffen shakes and bakes. Throws it over to Katie. Katie up fakes. Goes back to Mauser, who drives down the lane. Draws the contact. And he'll go to the free throw line. That's just good offense right there.
It is. It is. He knew to hesitate and just draw that foul. There was nothing that defender could do. He was already in the middle.
No, and you know what? Let's be honest. 1 through 5 on this starting lineup can shoot the ball. And as you saw off the dribble there, Mauser driving and drawing it.
Yes.
When you got other players stepping up other than Elling, other than Champagne, it's going to be a long night for the opponent.
Absolutely is. Such a smart offensive play by Nolan Mauser.
So Oxford misses the first free throw, still up 4-3. Down 3-4. Second free throw up, pops out.
This goal doesn't like us down here.
No, it was as in as it possibly could without bouncing out, and just popped out at the last second. But here come the Cougars one more time. They went down low each possession.
Yep, great job by Elling down there. He's doing his job.
Two big guys using their body for position. There's a pass that could have went to the number 30 for Stoney Creek, but there's a strong drive, but it comes down to Oxford off the back iron. Over to Elling. That's his spot. Got to guard him there because he can hit those. Popping out. Mauser fighting for the rebound, but the Cougars will come back with it. You'll live with that shot. They're going to hit more of those than they miss.
Yes, for sure.
Here come the Cougars. 1 point lead for them.
Well, and the other good thing is when they realize that they were going to give it to Elling, they're going to pull off somebody else, right? They're going to pull off Jake. They're going to open somebody else up.
And speaking of Jake, goes off off the defender's body, comes back out to Oxford, so they'll take over possession. Would have had a 2-on-1, however, it'll stay on this end. So Cats looking to get that offense going. Throwing it in is Stoffen. Over to Champagne. Champagne hasn't put up a shot yet. He'll drive Throw it into the corner. Mauser, strong
Nice
drive.
take.
Look at that.
Nice take.
You've got to respect Jake Champagne, and then he can get other players open. Made the pass unselfishly, and there's Mauser.
Oh, there we
again with
go.
the steal. Oxford with numbers. Mauser behind the back, over in the corner to Stoffen puts it up, and it bounces off the iron.
Nice, Drew Katie.
It's a battle down there. And Katie,
Nice.
I mean,
That's just all hustle by Drew Katie. Great job, number 3.
just not giving up on the play, Becky.
No.
That's just what this team is about. With a 1-point advantage, they're going to take over possession here, and all from pure hustle. Stoffen tosses it in to Katie. Back to Stoffen. Over to Elling.
Ooh.
Elling's got some room. Yeah, I wonder where the foul was right
Yeah.
there, pushing somebody out of the way.
That
but
was an interesting no call, but whatever. It's okay.
it's
we got
early, right?
It's early.
Cougars back with possession. Trying to get somebody
Nice
on a
job.
back cut. Good job by Nolan Mauser.
He
Cut
read
off
that.
that pass.
He read that all the way.
There's Katie driving baseline, goes up
Oh.
strong, off glass, and here come the Cougars back down the other way. Driving strong to the hole, up
Nice.
off the iron, and here come the Wildcats. So back and forth game. Stoffen, smart decision there, pulls it back, resets the offense, and now over to Champagne, over to Katie, down to Mauser in the post. Back to Katie, wide open three-pointer off the iron, but they get
Nice.
the offensive board. A spin and up off the rim. Cougars wanted a foul there, but nevertheless goes off the rim. And as he looks back at the bench and says, just quiet down a little bit, right?
All right.
Basically what every official's thinking.
Of course, right?
There's this wide open three-pointer. It's a deep shot, bounces off. So both teams a little bit cold in this first quarter.
Oh,
There's
boy.
a turnover for Oxford.
All right.
Cougars.
Let's go defense. Nice job.
And they're going to, I believe the Cougars were out of bounds there, or they're going to call they're going to call a foul on Katie. So that's kind of a tic-tacky foul there. Not
Yeah.
a lot of real estate down at that other end, but they do call him with a foul, and he'll have to sit.
Oh, he's already got 2.
That was his second, yep.
Yep.
So that tenacious offense and deep shooting from the Wildcats hasn't really gotten going yet. But how about this defense? Stoffen with the steal. One-on-one there. Throws it off the back iron and in.
Nice job.
Defense leading the offense. Sometimes that'll get your offense jump-started. Cougars bringing it back down to Beckman, who draws the
and
foul.
that's- yep.
And they're going to say a travel.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
We'll take that.
He moved that pivot foot.
Yep.
I mean, it was close,
Yep.
but they called it right call, and Oxford will keep a 3-point lead with 2:35 left in this opening quarter.
Yeah,
And
that's something they're going to have to watch for, though, that
it.
cherry picking, as we used to call it, I guess. I don't know.
Stoffen over in the corner. Nolan Mauser. That
Nice.
looks good. He hits it.
We knew those were going to light up here in a minute, and now they're going to start falling, hopefully.
Yep, 10-4. Get
Oops,
their
stand your
first
feet.
three-pointer. Good defense there, but the Cougars
Nice.
get it back over. A steal for Luke Deagle.
Yes, he does a great job out there, too. He's very scrappy.
Back over to Stoffen. Mauser, good pass to Brennan Elling. Elling steps up and he hits it. Oh, another three-pointer for the Wildcats, and they're starting to get hot.
Yes.
And they can fall in bunches for this team. There's
Travel.
another travel. So sometimes the feet doesn't do what the mind wants, and it doesn't match up, and that's exactly what happened. And just like that, Becky, 13-4, Oxford starting to pull away a little bit.
Yep.
And they can do it in a hurry, as we mentioned.
And as we've talked about in other games, our defense has held them long enough to get the offense to warm up.
That's it. There's another open shot for Elling. Puts it up. It's in. Another three-pointer for
Nice.
Elling. Back-to-back possessions.
Look open, look open.
16-4, Elling at the other end.
Oh.
Up big. That was just a nice bucket there.
It was,
by the Cougars.
and they're sneaking away from us. That's like
Will
the third
McCarthy.
time that they've snuck down.
Yep, got to get back on
Got to
defense.
watch that. Yep.
So 10-point lead. Elling over to his point guard, Stoffen. Stoffen Throws it back to Deagle.
Ooh,
Deagle's
nice shot.
up is off the iron, but an offensive board. A lot of bodies down there. It's a tie-up,
Nice job.
and it's going to stay down at this end just by pure hustle. So tempo picking up just a little bit this first quarter. It's been fun.
Yeah, fun game to watch. Absolutely it
Just a minute
is.
left in the first opening quarter. So we mentioned Oxford coming in at 11-0. Been a tremendous year for this squad. Over to Stoffen. Back to Brennan Elling. Stoffen's done a nice job as the floor general at point guard this season as well.
Yes.
He can shoot, he can drive, he can dish it over to the corner to Elling for another three-pointer. His third of the first quarter, 19-6, that lead up to 13. Cougars trying to push it back down, and looks like that could have been a charge, but however, they're going to say on the floor, and they're going to say blocking foul. Now, that's one thing you need to watch when somebody sets up for a play like that. Are the feet moving? He was set, but I'm not wearing officials shirt up here, so like I said, I don't look good in stripes.
Me neither. It's all good.
You know? First free throw up and off the mark, and it's 19-8. Oxford with 29 seconds left in this opening quarter. Stoffen directing traffic. He's got a jumper of his own, pulls up, it bounces off the back iron. Here come the Cougars with some numbers. Pass up court, drive down the lane, off the glass.
Nice
Here
rebound.
come the Cats one more time. Back up to Mauser. Mauser looking for somewhere to go. Over in the corner, triple up and just a little bit short. And they didn't get a shot off, and that'll be the end of the opening quarter. Oxford leading 19-8 with an 11-point lead in this opening quarter. And I tell you what, Becky, we've seen some good things. Obviously, it took a little bit for the Wildcat offense to get going, but when it did, how about 3 consecutive three-pointers for Brennan Elling?
Yeah, Elling's hot hand tonight. So we'll see how that plays out throughout the game. If Stoney Creek's going to start doubling him, if they start doubling him, that leaves the other 4 open. And as we said before, they can all shoot, every single one of them.
No, that's it. I mean, and just looking at some of the numbers here, Stoney Creek, they average around 60 a game. They give up around 57. As we said, we're around that 500 mark. And Oxford, they've just been stingy all season long, only giving up 39 points a game, scoring 62 a game. So they've got both sides working. And that makes sense. When you're 11-0, it's not on accident, right?
Exactly.
Maybe you win a couple, with some breaks, but they've got talent, everything going well for them. And as we mentioned, one of the big stories is they're going to hit the road after tonight. 3 road games. And, yeah, you might say, hey, haven't they played some of the better teams in the OAA White? They have, but they got to still play those teams that are on their schedule. They got Athens, Harper Woods, and Oak Park coming up. Oak Park, one of the tougher of those 3, I would say, in that matchup there in terms of the 3 road games. But the OAA White so far is in complete control from these Cats, and it's been fun.
Yeah, absolutely been fun. Every game I've seen these boys play have been exciting and fun.
Well, Oxford with the 11-point lead as we start the second quarter. Cougars, a lot of pressure in their face. They're trying to go down to Beckman one more time, and that was really just forced. Wasn't even really open. You wonder if they were trying to draw a foul or something, but Oxford will take it, and they'll retake possession. You just can't make a lot of mistakes with them. They can heat up in a hurry, as we saw.
Right.
12 points just like that for Brennan Elling in the first quarter. Passing it around. Champagne looking for his first bucket. Cats waiting for the perfect shot. There's one at the top. Ooh. It rolls out.
Down and back out.
Unfriendly to Luke Deagle there, who had it almost all the way down.
Yeah, and I've been watching the last couple of years. He can play. He can shoot, too. He's got that three-pointer. He'll heat up as well.
Yeah, he's nice energy off the bench.
Yes.
You got some instant offense like that. Good to have. There's a screen there, but just no room, no real estate. Good job by the Cats. In-your-face type of defense, like a blanket. Driving baseline, shut down.
They're quick. They're so quick.
That's just good coaching and right there, too. You know,
Yes.
they know where to be.
Absolutely. They know where to be, and they're quick about getting there.
And that's got to get frustrating because you have to start settling for shots. But that is a nice pass by the big man, Beckman, who goes down low to Joey Zurob, who puts in 2. 19-10 now. Stoney Creek starting to pick up their defense as well. Corner 3 passed up. Brennan Elling wide open. Puts it up just off the mark. Looking for his 4th of the game. As the Cougars, it looks like they were looking for a travel call there.
They were looking for like a carry when Luke came through.
And I think they may have gotten away with one.
They might have, and that's okay.
It happens.
It happens on both sides, right?
It does. Back the other way is Deagle and company. There's a shot up on the
short
corner, and you just got to make sure you don't fall in love too much with that 3-pointer.
I mean, I love it. Coach is putting in a lot of his bench guys right now. It's great. That's great experience for them right now.
That's how you learn, right?
That's right.
Practice is nice, but...
Oh, nice try, Luke.
Yep, just called for the foul. Almost came away with the steal there. But the official blows the whistle. A reach-in foul on the floor.
His first, team's first.
And then you see some of those starters coming back in. But you do get the bench players in. Jenna Lundberg comes in.
33, Joan Lundberg.
So you get some of the starters and some of those bench players, mix them together and get a chance to play with different players, and I think that it can only make you a better team.
Oh, absolutely. And like I said, I've seen a lot of these guys from last year. Jonah's a great player as well.
There's a deep 3
Woo.
for the Cougars.
Nice box. Nice box.
Battle for the rebound, and Oxford comes
Nice job.
down with it. Nice job. It's Hudson who came down with it. Mauser. Back over to Stoffen. Stoffen.
Oh, nice
How
take,
about that
Luke.
stop and go in the lane, puts up a teardropper, and it falls. 21-10, Wildcats. That's another player that can take control of a game just like
Nice.
Another steal by Mauser. Here come the Cats on the steal with some numbers, pushing it up. Back to Stoffen. Stoffen drives the lane.
Nice job.
And they put it back at the top. Reset the offense. Champagne looking for his points. Drives. Loses his footing.
Yeah, that was slick down there. Slick.
Blew a tire on the way to the rim.
Yes.
And throws it away, and here come the Cougars.
I'm just glad nothing bad happened there. That floor was almost like ice
Might
down
want to
there.
get a towel down there, right?
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but that wasn't just his shoe.
Stoffen bringing it back the other way. Setting the offense. Calling it out. There's some movement. There's Champagne. There's his shot. Puts it up. It's good.
Nice job.
Hey, shooters shoot. And
Way to go, Jake.
You knew he wasn't going to be shut out all night here.
No, absolutely not.
Champagne's first points of the night, a 3, puts them up 24-10. Cougars coming right back down. Not a lot of room.
I love this work on defense.
There's a 3-pointer up.
Nope.
It's going to be short. And you just feel like they're having to take shots they're not comfortable with.
I agree.
Here come the Cats. Stoffen. Nice pass in the corner. Mauser up and off the mark. Pops back out to the Cougars, who bring it back down the other way.
When you got such an aggressive defense, it does make your offense nervous, and you start making mistakes, you start rushing, and that's what I feel like the Cougars are doing tonight.
Yeah, I mean, their shots are not there. I mean, there's not a shot clock in high school basketball, but there's an internal clock in your head.
Yeah.
You're like, we're not getting a shot off here. We got people in our face, and
Yeah, we got to do something.
Right.
Got to do something.
Right.
Yeah.
3:12 left in the half. Going pretty quick. Not a lot of whistles and stoppage of play. It's been back and forth and not necessarily hot on either side. There's a drive and kind of a wild one. Cougars get the rebound and miss the putback.
Come on, guys. Rebound.
Another offensive board. Brennan
There you
Allen
go.
got a piece of that. Here comes Mauser up court to Deagle. He'll stop and bring it back and slow it down just a little bit. Good move there. Stoffen drive. Backs to Elling. Wide open shot. Puts it up and off the mark. I'd like to see him drive just a little bit
Nice
as well.
job, Deagle. Nice job, sir.
Deagle in your face. He'll make you
Yes.
uncomfortable, and
Yes.
they call the timeout. So going back to some of those storylines we were talking about, Becky, I mean, Oxford undefeated. It's been that defensive prowess. We talked about the offense. We know they can hit the three-pointers. You're seeing a taste of it right now. I mean, they didn't give up last game versus Farmington a single field goal in the whole first quarter,
Oh, my gosh.
which is remarkable. They
Wow.
had 1 point. So
Wow.
that's just what they do. But listen, a lot of fans, a lot of younger players, they fall in love with the three-point, and they can shoot the three-point. But we talked about it. What wins championships? It's defense.
Yep.
And they play defense. I would say that's more of who they are. A defensive team that can, they can hit the three-pointer. But there's a couple different guys on this team that can step up and score. It doesn't have to be Jake Champagne every single night.
Nope.
That's a
Nope.
special team.
It is. It is a special team.
Oxford retakes possession with 2:35 left in the half, up 24-10. Stoffen looking to make a move. Gets a screen, goes around it. 2 screens there. Got himself free.
Oh, nice
put it up
job.
and in. That was a double screen at the top of the key. He was going all the way and knew he was going to scoop that and score.
Yes, he did.
26-10 now, Oxford.
Great defense, Nolan, down there.
And let's point that out. That was out of a timeout. There's a jumper in.
That was a nice shot.
That was a really nice jumper.
shot.
We'll give credit when credit's due. His number 0, Tyrese Smith, who the senior pulled up and hit that at the top of the key. Makes it 26-12. Pass down to Stoffen one more time off the side of the rim.
Cougars ball out of bounds.
And the Cougars will take over possession.
Drew Cady coming back in. He's got the 2 fouls, so he had to take a little break on the bench there.
Hudson will sit down for the Cats. The battle down low with Beckman and Elling. I tell you what, I mean, look down there. It is a true battle of big guys. And that's one thing that you have to think we're going to talk about at some point.
Yeah.
Watch out for that up fake.
Yep.
That he's getting you to jump and then come down and trying to get an and one. He already did in the first quarter, but
Yes.
you just can't bite on that every time. Now, easier said than done.
Sure.
However, that's his go-to.
Yep, it is. You are absolutely right.
First free throw up for Beckman is off the mark. Kind of a different look on that free throw, huh? Leading just with the one hand. Getting a second opportunity here. Down 14. Second free throw up and off the mark.
And
So
I don't think he's made a free throw yet, so
it doesn't look like that's probably his strong suit. What it is creating some havoc down low, and he's done a good job of that.
yes, he has.
Alling posting up. Goes back to the three-point line, over to Mauser. Mauser up fakes. Goes back to Stoffen. Stoffen directing traffic. Calling for a screen. Back over to Elling, and that was played really well.
Yes, it was.
Cougars 3-on-1. Bounce pass up and off the mark. They have not been able to connect on those, and now Oxford has numbers the other way. Cady over to Stoffen. Over in the corner. Deagle up and off the mark one more time, and that was off, Cady.
Yep.
Trying to get the offensive rebound. Hey, you like the setup. You like that they push it. That's who they are. They're an up-tempo offense, and it's not going to fall every time, but you still got a 14-point lead, so you're okay with that shot.
No, exactly.
So just 58 seconds left. Been a quick half, Becky.
It has been
It
very
feels like
quick.
it's flying by.
Yes.
And not maybe the score you would expect right now, because looking at the records, maybe, hey, this is going to be a bit of a game where Oxford gets to play some of those other players, but you got to give credit where credit's due. Stony Creek sticking in this game. There's a bucket up and in. And just like that, they're going to draw a timeout, making it 26-14. So still a 12-point advantage. However, you don't want to get complacent. You
No.
want to talk to your guys and say, hey, keep the foot on the gas.
Yeah.
Let's slow it down maybe a little bit. Use some of that clock as well and get some of those shots to fall.
Yeah, at this point, that's what I would do too. Is use the rest of that clock. Go into the locker room. There's not a lot of adjustments they're going to need to make. I don't think. Just
Right.
keep doing what they've been doing. And bring them back out here with some energy. Because at any point in time, you never know when they're going to start clicking over here with their big guy. You see that's one of their go-tos. And so we're going to have to be vigilant against that, if you will.
Yeah.
But, yeah, great feeling going to the locker room if we keep that 12-point lead going in, or even more if we can get another basket here before the half.
Well, those shots are going to start falling again for Oxford. They did in the first quarter. They've went a little bit cold. However, that's the bread and butter. Just keep doing what you're doing, and like I said, shooters are going to shoot. A little bit of a press as they back off just a little bit over to Stoffen, who brings it up with no trouble. And like we said, drawing some clock off all the way down to 24 seconds. Stoffen doing a good job there, getting a double screen one more time. Putting up Elling. He's open. Shot is up and good. You got to love that call right there, that double screen. Getting your shooters open. There's a drive, a strong drive. Oh, boy. 5 seconds left. Oxford bringing it back up. Over to Katie. Katie throws it up and almost bank it in. That'll be the end of the half. I mean, that was not the shot that they wanted. However, it almost went in.
He was aware of the time and knew it's either up or nothing, right? So he threw it up. You never know when it almost went. So
that's our halftime score, 29-16, 15 points for Brennan Elling. We'll see the second half here when we come right back.
And we welcome to the floor the Oxford Basketball Club. Here they come. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Basketball Club. Thanks, guys, for coming out.
Well, welcome back, everybody, to the Ian Smith Gymnasium. The second half getting ready to kick off here. Dave Sasesky with Becky Banis. Becky, if I told you that Oxford was up 29-16 and their all-time leading scorer in school history only had 3 points, you'd feel pretty good, right?
Yes, so much so. And I love that. Not only does it say we've got great scorers, but it just says we're an unselfish team. These guys they're all about the team. There's no I in this team.
No, that's it. I mean, and this team, they're not afraid to give the spotlight to other teammates. Nolan Mauser had some special moments. Stoffen had some special moments. Obviously, that first half dominated by the outside perimeter shooting from Elling here for the Wildcats, for Brennan Elling. I'm just combining Jake Champagne and Brennan Elling together. It'd be a heck of a basketball player, but they are two different players as Oxford turns it over at the first possession of the second half. As I mentioned, up 29-16, 13-point advantage. Big guy down low took a couple extra steps, looked like, and they did not call him. They called Oxford for the foul. You saw that, Becky, huh?
I did. But like we kind of said right before halftime, they might start going to that big guy more often.
No, that's it.
We're going to have to be ready for that.
Yep, Spencer Beckman shooting 2 free throws, a senior. And I don't think he's hit one tonight.
I don't think so either. And, as long as we have the fouls to give, that works in our favor.
And
but
we're not beating up on the big guy. We're just saying we're calling it for what it is.
Right.
It hasn't hurt us yet. And there's another miss. And Oxford takes back over. It's Luke Stoffen, the senior point guard. Over to Katie. Back over to Elling. Been that 3-point shot they've fallen in love with. Jake Champagne over in the corner to Elling. Elling misses, but Katie with the rebound. Over to Stoffen, who drives and dishes over to Mauser, who drives again, ran out of room, and it looked like he got caught up on his own foot there.
Yeah.
It hits the turf, and unfortunately for the Cats, that's a turnover.
I mean, I give him some credit. He was looking for somebody as he was going down. There was just nowhere to go. And that was smart. Rather to take that than do some crazy.
Yeah, to turn it over.
Yeah.
A pass that'll create another, 2 points down the other way. There's a strong drive to the hoop.
Ooh, that was great defense.
Forward, over to Beckman. And that's another thing, too. I don't think I've seen more than one outside shot for Stoney Creek all game. That's going to be an offensive foul. So that is not their strong point. Obviously, it is going down low to Beckman, who only has the 4 points, but 4 of the 16 so far for this team, who struggles to put the basketball in the hole, and this is just a good defense. So not a good recipe for success if you're a team coming in here.
Right.
Katie on the baseline. Trying to get it back over to Stoffen. It is almost stolen away. Goes off the fingertips of the Stoney Creek defender, and will stay here at this end. Cats still looking for their first bucket in the second half.
Cougars have a little more energy on defense right now, but we'll see as it plays out.
Stoffen over to Mauser. Mauser goes down low to Katie.
Nice.
Good job. Knowing where you're at on the court, wide open, and get into the bucket in a hurry. Makes it 31-16.
Oof.
Shot
nice
is
defense.
up, and just not close there. Good job by the Wildcat defense. Playing that textbook blanketed defense that they do and have done all season long. Cats up to Mauser, over to Champagne. Mauser Passed up a shot. Brennan Elling is open, puts it up, and somehow, I tell you what, it didn't look beautiful when it hit the back rim, but it stayed there.
Yep.
We'll say his shooter's touch. How about that?
That's right. We'll take that. We'll take it.
18 points for Elling. Just a junior.
Nice defense, Elling.
There's Elling with the steal. Over to Stoffen. They're starting to push it up. Back over to Elling, who's got the shot, puts it up, and off the mark. Offensive rebound, Katie puts it back out to Stoffen, and Stoffen says splash.
He said, I got you. I got you.
Another three. That's 37-16. Cats heating up. So 21-point advantage for Oxford. That's a dangerous spot for Stoney Creek. And like I said, shots that they're not comfortable with, they're going to have to put up.
Yeah.
Champagne over to Stoffen. One more time off the back of the rim, but there's Katie with the shot, passes it up. Unselfish there.
Nice tip.
Another offensive rebound. Champagne puts it up, off the mark. Rebound again. Somehow saved by Mauser to Champagne.
Beautiful.
Over to Elling, over to Katie. Katie
nice
back to
pass.
Mauser
Nice
draws
job.
the foul. I mean, that has got to be so frustrating for a defense.
Yes.
A possession that should have died how many times?
Oh my gosh. That's just never say die for our guys. They're just there.
That's what they are. They're a heck of a ball club and hustling.
His first to the line.
So up 21 and looking for more. How about that? Up 21 and Champagne still only got 3 points. I mean, that's wild.
It is wild.
That's got to be scary in the OAA White. If you're paying attention to this game and you see, he must have what? I don't know, 13, 14? No, how about 3?
3.
Because he's passing the ball, right?
Yes.
And that's
unselfish.
that is
team
it.
player.
That's it.
Team player.
And if you hear that from most schools, hey, the most points in school history, you think, oh, well, he shoots a lot. He passes. He's just a playmaker.
He absolutely is.
Free throw goes off the mark for Mauser, and here comes the Cougars coming up the other way. Going to have to in a hurry. Down by 21. Deep shot, not their shot.
Oh.
Off the mark, and if that's going to be the game they play, it's going to be a quick night.
Yep, absolutely is.
And that's a testament to the defense that Oxford has been playing all game long, all season long for that matter.
All season.
Owen Mauser had some room, passes it up to Elling, back to Mauser, down to Katie. Katie steps.
Nice, Drew.
Let's go. Goes up for the 2.
Let's
go. How about it? Beautiful job
nice
there
move.
from Katie. That's one of your older players making a heads-up play, and he's one of those glue guys.
Oh, yeah.
Strong drive up and good.
Who did they call that on?
And it's going to be Tyree Smith with the 2. I tell you what, he's had a couple plays that we saw. A couple jump shots in the first half. That play right there, a little bit slippery on the court and makes it a 39-18 game. And unfortunately for them, might be just a little too late.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of thinking a while ago, I'm like, I'm not sure why they don't put Tyree in a little bit more. I'm sure there's reasons for that.
He's a
but
player, huh?
He's got the points. He's
a good
He's got the moves, and he's got the shot, let's be honest. But I don't know.
Well, we're okay with the decision, right?
Yeah.
39-19, 20-point lead for the Cats. 3:45 left in the third quarter. How about 18 points tonight for Brennan Elling? 9 from Luke Stoffen. Stoffen over to Elling one more time. Trying to play tight defense on the guy, but he can shoot from the half court. Over to Katie. Katie over to Stoffen. Stoffen looking to get into double figures. Over to Diggle. We know he can shoot too.
Absolutely can.
Katie up fake.
Go
drop
Katie.
Strong. Up and
Let's go.
good. How about it? And one opportunity. I mean, this guy's just taking over here in this third
That's
quarter.
awesome. I love to see it. He's one of those guys you love him. It doesn't matter if he's playing baseball, whether he's what sport he's playing. He plays it hard and he plays it strong. It's so fun to watch.
So there's a and one opportunity. 41-19 free throw up, and it pops out, but Elling right there with the offensive board.
Nice job.
Trying to cash in for another bucket. That was a nice screen there, but they bring it back out. Over to Katie. How about one more time? Drive, turnaround, goes off flat through Katie. Take over, young man. Oh, man. Nice bucket for Katie, who's just been absolutely taking over here
He has been.
in this quarter.
Yes.
How about 8 points in the third quarter for Drew Katie, outscoring Stoney Creek by himself in this quarter. And that makes it 43-19. And you know what, Becky? You get a chance in this next quarter to get some of those younger players in the game.
Yeah.
As they sprinkled in the first quarter, in the first half a little bit, but going to be able to sit some of your stars.
Yes.
Which is nice.
Yes.
It's a long season.
It is. And you know, that's smart too.
It is.
It gets them some rest, it gets them ready for the next game, gives your younger guys or bench guys some time for some experience.
Yep, right before you hit the road for three.
Yeah, absolutely. And Stoney Creek's not a bad team.
How about
Not
Elling
at all.
putting it up?
Oh,
Katie
nice
again.
rebound.
Another shot for Elling. Puts it up and misses a second time, but another offensive board. A little bit lazy on the pass there, but watch this defense. Gets back and doesn't contest, and that's a smart play. Don't want to give up an and one, but I think his coach is going to say, hey, doesn't matter the score. Don't get lazy with that pass.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And he knows it. He
knows. Sure.
He knows it. Sets a screen there, calling for it. You know he wants it. Back over to Stoffen. Stoffen at 9 points, looking to get into double figures. And how about Mr. Katie? 8 points, driving one more time.
Nice try.
Like he drew a foul, but they're not going to get the whistle.
Just got to get back.
22.
Oh.
Strong drive one more time. And I tell you what, we don't understand why they don't go to Tyree Smith more, because it looks like a good player to me.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yeah, we got to stop that.
Yeah,
I know we're up by 20, but that we don't want to get too complacent.
No, that's true.
Uh-oh.
Deagle pass is thrown around, and that was Smith one more time.
There he is.
Almost had the steal. Good pass in.
Oh, he was a little bit too
Brody
far
Casper
under.
Unable. There's Nolan Smith one more time, driving. And I got to tell you, feet were moving. And they teched up. Yeah, they gave a tech to the coach there. I don't think that was the right call. I got to tell you. A charge, as I said, and you know that, you got to have your feet set.
And sometimes it's...
Yeah, I don't know if it was a push-off, but, I mean, nevertheless, head coach didn't like it. He gets teed up.
Yeah, he was upset because he was mad
defending
earlier.
his team.
He was wanting offensive down here, and he didn't get it, and he's still... Adrenaline. He's still got his adrenaline going from that.
Well, the first tactical shot is up and off the mark for Elling. Got to hit those. I know you're up by 20, but you got to act like it's a tie ball game at all times.
And I'm guessing, because Jake's not in there. Otherwise, I'm guessing Jake would be shooting those.
Second free throw up. And
there you go. Oh, get in there, ball. I thought it was going to swing out. All right.
Wildcats ball out of bounds.
So makes it 44-23, 21-point lead, back up. And just 1:22 left in the third quarter. Draw some clock off. It's okay to get to shoot your threes that they like, but draw some more clock, and Elling's just going to let it go, and it bounces out.
Ooh, nice try.
Beckman comes down with a rebound. Here come the Cougars. Down 21 and with a full head of steam and a strong drive, but off the mark. Here come the Cats. Stoffen pushes it up to Casper. Casper goes back to Stoffen. Elling, up fake, drives over to Casper.
Nice.
Drives
nice
down the
take.
baseline, and a little bit off the mark. And here's Smith. Watch out for him. He can score in a hurry.
Yep.
Strong drive, spin, puts it up, and just pops out, but it looked good.
Yeah, it was a good shot. He has good moves.
Back over to Casper. To Stoffen. Stoffen going to do it himself. He spins and throws over to Deagle in the corner, but you like this. They're taking some clock off, and you know what? You should take the last shot here.
Yes, agree.
Up 21 unless the defense falls asleep. Drive by Stoffen. Over to Casper.
Nice.
Corner three. Deagle off the mark. 5 seconds. Here come the Cougars. Oxford trying to get back. And they give up a layup in transition at the whistle. And you can tell, look, head coach not happy.
Yeah.
And you know what? For Coach Joe Fedorenchik, this is something that he tells his team, listen, guys, you got to play like we're tied at all times. That's what any coach is going to tell you. It don't matter if we're up 20, if we're up 30. Coach is coach.
Yep.
And he wasn't happy right there.
No, he wasn't. So. And you know, that's a lot of his bench players, and they'll go back and they'll look at that film and he'll be, look, guys, this is, you got to step this up.
Coaching moment.
You got to learn. It is. It's a coaching moment, and they'll get it. They'll figure it out.
But for Oxford, I mean, listen, this is what you expected and this is what you should do. You got to beat those teams that you're expected to beat. Yeah, they beat everybody this year, but it's an opportunity, as we mentioned, just do your thing, get some of your younger guys in, and I think you're going to see that, Becky, in this fourth quarter.
Yep.
As you got one starter in the game. You got two in the game. You got Mauser in there, and then you got Stoffen. And I like that. Three youngsters in.
And that's the thing, too, like looking back at what my daughter went through. You can't always put all five in with no experience because they're never going to learn. You got to have those experienced.
You got to have a floor general.
They're the ones that are going to help those younger ones or the bench players learn. When they're out there.
No, I mean, it's a coach on the floor, right?
Yes,
you got a coach on the sideline. You got to have your coach on the floor.
Yes, absolutely.
And why not have your point guard out there and Luke Stoffen?
Yes.
Get some fresh faces in for Stoney Creek, too. But here's a problem down low. You got your point guard on their big center. And, of course, they're going to go to him. And it was a smart foul, to be honest. It was on the floor for Stoffen. That's where you have to call.
Cougars ball out of bounds.
Your matchups out, and you just got to communicate. Like Coach says on the sideline right now, talk. Got to communicate. But that's youth. Learning out there right now. There's the
nice job.
Beckman.
Ooh. Hey, that's good sportsmanship. Thank you. I like that sportsmanship. Good job.
It's actually going to stay on this end. No foul. It's as Beckman helped.
Yeah, that was just good basketball. Things happen sometimes.
Toss in, corner three up, and comes up short, and here come the Cats. This end now. Stoffen running the point. Throwing it up court. Turnaround.
Nice move.
How about that? Just a little bit.
Nice tip.
Short on the shot.
So smart.
That was Lundberg. Stoffen back to Lundberg. Back to Stoffen. You know, he's not afraid to shoot. Good pass in the corner, up off the mark. Mauser had his palm on it, threw it back, but into the hands of the Cougars, and here they come. Drive down the lane, and that's going to be a little bit of a foul, so they get the whistle. Stop at your clock at 7:06, up 44-25.
Well, we're going to do something about that, I'm guessing. Maybe not.
I mean, up game number 20, 19 points, you know. I mean, you
don't have to, but, you know.
It also shows trust in your player, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
You got 2 fouls to give here for him, and they're saying, hey, look, play smart. Strong drive down the lane. I got to tell you, that was impressive for Rosie Telegatis. As Telegatis gets the 2. So 44-27. Stoffen drive, throws it up off the rim, and here come the Cougars. And you're going to start to see some of those star players for Oxford come into this game because you can't let them come back.
No, you don't want them to come back too much, and you don't want to get too many fouls on your starters.
Yeah, that's a walk.
There we go.
That's a walk.
Here comes Drew Cady back in.
Cady with a heck of a third quarter. Had 8 points all on his own. I really just felt like he just took over for a little bit there, right?
He did. He was just feeling it. Sometimes you get in that zone and you're just there. It was a good job.
You're in that zone all the time, Becky, right?
Uh-oh, yeah.
Oxford gets their pocket picked.
Nice hustle.
Oxford, they say, hey, you know what? We're going to come back with the steal.
Nice job. Oh.
Good job there to Stoffen. However, it's off the mark. Contested shot, still 44-27. Three-pointer up, and it's good. That you don't like. That's number 10, Anthony Arlingos.
Coach said, okay, Elling, back in, sir.
You understand. Look.
Oh, sure.
It was a 22-point lead. And, yep. That's a travel. So Elling comes back in with, I believe he's got 18 points. We'll wait for them to put up those stats up there, but I believe Elling's got 18, so hey, why not get him 20? Had 22 last game against Farmington, leading the way. 20 for Champaign. Tonight, just 3 points for Champaign, but haven't needed him. You have to wonder how long before he does come in. However, that's another 3 points.
That's another 3.
So 44-33. You might see a timeout here coming up.
Yeah. And just like that, we had over 20-point lead. Now it's cut down to 11. So
Stoffen stops and pops. And you wonder where Champaign is. You're looking.
oh my
Another
gosh.
3.
Where are these coming from, sir?
36-44 was a 22-point lead down to 8.
This is where we got to keep our heads.
Now Jake Champaign coming over here with his shirt on. You have to think maybe he comes in the game soon. But he's got his warm-up shirt on.
He does.
Elling driving. I don't know what that defense
There you go.
was.
Nice job.
That was a stone body on the lane, and he drove right by him.
Yeah, you did.
It'll draw a timeout from Stoney Creek, but Becky, I mean, it's 46-36. This was a 22-point lead.
Yes, it was.
A few minutes ago. Have to credit the fight of this Stoney Creek ball club.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep.
And you know what? You bring in your younger guys, and this happened
Yeah.
last game against Farmington. You bring in some of those players that don't have that experience, that cohesiveness, right, as a group, and it looks a little bit different than having your 5 starters out there. And
It does.
it's not what you want as a coach. You want to give them some playing time,
Yes.
but maybe just not ready
Yes.
in those moments, right?
Yes.
So
No, I think what he did is fine because, I mean, these guys haven't hit those threes all game.
not at
I'm
all.
not saying that was luck.
They
I'm just
had
saying
all game. Yeah.
it came in at the opportune
It did.
time, right?
It did, right.
So,
Yeah, no, I mean, and you see out there still no Champaign who's at the end of the bench, and you hope he's okay.
yeah.
He's okay.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I don't know, and you speculate, right, and say maybe he's not feeling well. He had 3 points. Maybe they get resting him. Hey, I don't know, but he doesn't look like he's coming back in this game.
No, he does not, and that's okay. With the rest of these guys out here, they're going to be fine.
Yeah, Brennan Elling is more than capable. They still don't have Big 22's name up there, but I do believe he's got 18.
Yeah, that seems right.
So up by 10, 4:45, still a lot of time. Smith, slippery, going to
That
the rim.
is
And I
what
tell
you
you what,
can't do. I'm telling you.
that guy right there has been quick to the
Yes,
rim.
he has.
8-point ball game. This one's not over, Becky.
No, it's not. It is not.
And look at the defense. Look at the energy on this side. And if you're Oxford, you got to match it. You got to match it.
Yes.
Say, hey, and that is a foul. Nolan Mauser, good job.
Great
Tyree Smith,
sportsmanship.
good job. Yeah, pulls him up and say, hey, man, sorry about that.
bad.
I was going
Yep.
for the ball. And how about the game that he's had? 11 points for him, right? And quick 11, too, just like that.
Yeah, absolutely. He's a great player.
Yeah, if I'm looking for him more often. So 46-38, Oxford defense in their face. Nolan Mauser back over
There
to
we go.
Stoffen. So 4:10, they're really trying to draw some clock off right here.
Yes.
They're doing a good job of it. And if you're Stoney Creek, you have to start to press up.
Sure.
Stoffen driving over to Elling. That's his shot. Elling up fakes over to Stoffen. Stoffen says, give it to me. Tries to pop it in. Elling throws it back. Here come the Cougars one more time, down by 8. Looking for
Move your
more.
feet.
Strong
Move your
drive
feet.
to the rim, up and off the mark. That was dangerous play right there.
Yes.
Siegel picks it up, slowing it down, and
There
good
we
job over to Stoffen. And they're going to double team him. Good job by the Cats. And how about
Nice,
Drew Cady?
Drew.
Up fake. Acts like he's going to pass to the corner. Says, I take it. Tyree Smith, though, driving strong. There's another pass up. Oh,
Nice rebound by
missed that
Elling.
shot as well on the offensive board. That's a big
Yes.
break because it
Yes.
happened quite a bit tonight.
Yes.
Got to get back on defense.
Yes.
Diggle over to Elling. Elling, we believe, still 18 points. He's not up there, but over to Mauser. Mauser had the shot, but said, you know what, I'll take some more time off the clock. That's a heads-up play. Back over to Diggle, saying, come on and get it from me if you want it.
Right?
Driving over to Elling, and he is not passing that up. Up and good.
Woo!
Splash. 21
Nice.
points for the junior, who's a special player, leading the way here in back-to-back games. There's a deep three-pointer for Stoney Creek, and that'll go off the mark. And you have to think maybe that fight starting to die off just a little bit as this leads back up to 13, but a valiant effort from that squad.
Yes. You can feel the momentum shifted back already, back to the Wildcats, but
Stoffen says, give me double figures, goes off the mark.
Nice try.
Here's Smith one more time. You have to think he's probably getting tired.
There you go. That's great job by Drew Carey.
Drew Carey.
Drew Carey.
That's a compliment.
Sorry,
right?
Drew Katie.
Katie
to get that. That was a great job.
Katie looking for where's Mimi out there, right? Exactly. There's a strong drive.
No, we don't need to do that. Don't need to do that.
Thankfully.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Got to be careful. I know that adrenaline's pumping, but.
To go home and watch Drew Carey now. So, just like that. Anyone under the age of 35 has no idea what we're talking about. So
which is fine. Poor kid. Fine. He's going to be like, who the heck is that? Don't look it up, Drew. Don't
Price
look it up.
Price is right, everybody.
Don't look it up.
First free throw pops out. So 51-38.
Number 23.
Not updating those stats up there for us, are they? But we know for sure 21 points for Elling.
Yes.
How about 10 points for Mr. Katie? And 9 points for Stoffen. Would love to get him in double figures. 1:49 left. They're probably going to just try to take some more clock off. Calling a timeout. Called it
he kind of got in a little spot there.
You're okay with that? You got to use them, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Take them with you.
No sense in pushing that and turning it over. Take the timeout. You're good.
So, Becky, as we look ahead, obviously we mentioned it in the pregame, 3 games in a row on the road. Now, not the tougher OAA white opponents. However, as we saw tonight, sometimes teams play better than their record, and they play to their opponent, right?
Absolutely, you do.
Team, and, you know, if you're going to get all 3 of those on the road, obviously it's not in your familiar territory, but I think this team's built for it, and I think they're built for some special things this year to keep it going.
Yes.
Undefeated, right?
Yeah, absolutely. They can do it. They just got to keep their head down and keep doing what they've been doing. Don't change a thing. No reason to.
No, that's
just keep at it.
Yeah, I mean, really, there's not a lot of bad things you can say. We know they brought in some of those younger players, and shots just start dropping, right? I mean, they were playing good defense. We don't know what happened, really.
Right?
Stoney Creek had not hit those shots all game long, and then all of a sudden there was a 4-minute mark there where they just couldn't miss.
It's like bam, 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 bam. I'm like, wow, where did those come from? But,
I mean, you called it out, though, in the first half. Tyree Smith looks like a special player.
He does. He really does.
And not a lot of height to him, but I tell you what, he's slippery out there and a lot of speed.
He's got to be their high scorer.
11 points, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And I think early on we thought that was going to be Beckman down low, but Oxford did a good job adjusting.
Yes, they did. They really did.
Stoffen goes over the corner to Mauser. Mauser drives, kicks out to Elling. Elling says, thank you. I'll take 3. 54-38. Oxford on fire.
Nice.
Brennan
You know
Elling.
the best part? Mr. Elling's only a junior.
That's a beautiful thing about it. We get to watch him selfishly another year, right? I mean, it's a beautiful thing. There's a good basket there for the Cougars. Up off the glass, but a little too late. 54-40. 1 minute left. A lot of good things we can say about Mr. Katie. Strong third quarter. 10 points in the game. A defensive guy, but really came up in some big times when Oxford needed some buckets.
Yes, he did. And from my position, what I saw is those are some plays drawn up for him.
Yeah, and I mean,
they were.
Why wouldn't you? I mean, he
Yes.
He did a good job. Yeah, especially off the timeout, the one play where he went down low, faked like he was going in the corner, then goes up.
Yes.
Did a good job. Good job by Deagle there.
Not saying that he can't score on the fly, but I think some of those plays, and rightfully so, he's a good, strong player.
Yeah.
Draw some plays up underneath for him like that because it worked beautifully tonight.
Especially, listen, sometimes some of your other players are going to go a little bit cold, so you got to go to some of those other players. He had the hot hand in the third quarter when they needed it.
Absolutely did.
25 seconds left. Oxford just trying to run it out. Cougars not giving up, though. Still trying to get a steal. 15 seconds left. Elling in the corner. Throws it back over to Stoffen, who's had a nice ball game. And the clock's going to wind down. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the catch, just like that, are 12-0 on the season. How
Great
about
job.
another victory here for the Oxford Wildcats? 54-40. And Becky, there's so many different things that we could highlight tonight, but let's talk about that defense and really the way that they stepped up tonight. Yeah, some shots were falling in, but I do not hold that against the defense. They look good tonight.
They did look good tonight. That's their game. That's their strength, right? They're scrappy. They're moving. They know, like earlier you said, they know where they're supposed to be.
That's it.
Even when they double team, they know where they got to go after that double team. So great job, guys.
So as we mentioned, the Cats 12-0. We appreciate everybody for tuning in for OCTV's production of tonight. We wish the Cats best of luck. 3 games on the road. Everybody have a great night. We'll see you next time.